Okay, so it seems to me that I'm running out of diamonds. Yeah, I'm running really low on diamonds. So today's objective, I'm just gonna go and try to mine some diamonds to make up for the lackluster. And while I do that, guys, I'm just gonna read to you guys some Reddit stories. So you guys do enjoy, please like and subscribe. Please, I need it. And let's get to it. Let's go try to find a cave. Am I the asshole for cutting off my friends because they talked to my rapist to hear quote unquote her side of the story? I, 15M, was assaulted at a pool party. I told my friend about it at the time, but she just laughed it off and told me that I did good. This kind of reaction changed my perception of the event, and I never spoke up about it again because I was scared no one would believe me. I wouldn't even believe myself at times. Fast forward 2 years later, I got new friends. I felt really comfortable around them, so I decided to tell them about this event. I felt like a weight had been lifted off my chest, and I was glad that some people actually believed me. Well, yesterday I found out that my quote unquote friends went off to visit my rapist, 24F. I was pretty mad about this, and I demanded an explanation. They told me that they wanted to hear her side of the story just to check that there wasn't any miscommunication that happened. Their explanation broke me, because I thought that they had believed me, but if they went ahead and went to go visit her, then obviously they did not. 3 hours ago, I cut them off and blocked them on everything. One of them tried to message me. They told me that it wasn't their intention to hurt me, and they were just looking out for my well being. So, am I the asshole? This story does correspond to me deeply because I do have a family member who, have has gone through this. And if it is true, it's really crazy because I understand that men aren't really believed or are called like bitches sometimes for even speaking up or like saying, "Oh, why didn't you enjoy it?" But, you know, it can happen to men too. And if this is true, well, yeah, I to be honest, I'd cut them off too. All right, guys, let's get on to the next story. Okay, story 2 does have a crazy title. Am I the asshole for sleeping with my best friend's husband after she asked me to? I, 44F, met Sherry, 50F, and her husband Chad, 51M, years ago when our families were both military neighbors. We became inseparable, vacationing together for years. However, Sherry changed after a medical diagnosis. She became a professional patient, claiming everything from cancer to lung masses, none of which the doctors could ever physically confirm. She spent years in bed, high on narcotics, and fighting any doctor who said she was healthy. I initially flew out to care for her, but I grew suspicious after she faked intruder videos and seizures. Chad later revealed she had a history of faking attacks and seizures for attention at every duty station they lived at. He even caught her on camera faking falls when he wasn't looking. For 3 years, Sherry badgered me with a bizarre request. She wanted me to sleep with Chad. She claimed they hadn't had enough relations in years and thought if he slept around with a younger woman, me, it would turn him on, quote unquote, enough to want her again. I laughed it off as a drug induced rambling, but she persisted, even bringing it up to Chad. During a visit to their new home in Tennessee, things hit a breaking point. After a night of board games and heavy drinking, Sherry tried to kiss me. I'm straight and declined, and then begged me to sleep again with her husband to quote unquote save their marriage. Chad, exhausted by her behavior and her refusal to get out of bed or the shower, eventually said, "If she insists, I'm game." Against my better judgment, temptation won. We had an incredibly passionate encounter. Afterward, Chad told Sherry it was done so she would stop asking. But instead of being happy, Sherry was irate, claiming she quote unquote didn't think we'd actually do it. The aftermath was a blur. Sherry flipped between anger and tried to solicit a threesome. Eventually, Chad realized the extent of her manipulation and Munchausen style behavior. They divorced shortly after. The plot twist: Chad and I have now known each other for 18 years. After the divorce, he moved to my state to be with me. We have been dating for 7 months, and he even got me a promise ring this past Valentine's Day. He is a wonderful man, clean, stable, and great with my kids. My ex husband and Chad even get along for the sake of the children. Sherry is now living elsewhere. She's still texting everyone about her illness, while Chad and I discuss marriage. I feel like this story is too wild to be real, but it's my life. So, am I the asshole for sleeping with my best friend's husband? Okay, so this story is crazy because why is she sitting here talking about some, oh yeah, sleep with my husband, and when they do it, she's all mad. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. If someone's in my ear telling me to do this, do that, eventually I'm gonna cave in, especially if it involves two people and the other one is, allowing it to happen. So, to be honest, they're grown adults. They each have their own decision, and what was done was done. Sherry can't complain. Okay. Story 3. Am I the asshole for not attending my girlfriend's graduation? Now, before I get called out on just not wanting to go, I feel like I have a good reason. Before I met her, I signed up for the Ironman race. The date landed on the same day of her graduation, and we were reluctantly in an agreement that I couldn't make it. Well, fast forward, I got injured just before the race, which is in a few weeks. So, she thought that it meant I could just cancel my trip altogether. I told her I'm still planning on going to the race to support the other guys I've been training with for over half a year. I have a non refundable house I'm staying at, and I have a family that moved around work and plans to be there for the race. Long story short, I still plan on going to support my friends with my family, even though I'm not racing anymore. In turn, missing the graduation ceremony. We have only been dating for 2 months. Does this make me the asshole? This situation is very split because I understand the importance of an Ironman race and having people there, but it's also your girlfriend. Even though if it's 2 months, it's also your girlfriend, and something like this could break or make a relationship. And it's 2 months in, so if I was in this person's shoes and I can't go to the race anymore, I would just start telling people, oh yeah, I'm not going to be there. You guys can pull up if you still want to. I have teammates there that you can support, or just not go. To be honest, I feel like he's kind of the asshole. I didn't say that though. For story 4, am I the asshole? After a breakup, I found out my friend slept with my ex. Me and my so called ex are both in our 30s. After a 3.5-year monogamous relationship, I lost the spark halfway in and then fell out of love. She ended it, and I could have done so earlier. Amicable breakup, straight in, no contact. A mutual but not extremely close friend, Sam, was visiting town. We all share a small social scene. Sam knew about the breakup and no contact. I tried to make plans with him. He mentioned he was staying with my ex and suggested a party. I asked if my ex would be there, and he said yes. I then foolishly asked if anyone my ex was seeing would also be there. Unhealthy curiosity and trying to emotionally prep. He said he kissed my ex the previous night. I guess they had hooked up and asked directly. In a dysregulated state, he didn't answer, but didn't deny this. This hit me hard. Vivid imagination plus grief for intimate shared weekends. A week later, I chose to, for now, end my friendship with Sam. I apologized for the dysregulated communication and said that he was now too enmeshed in my heartbreak. My other friend, Tom, was hosting his stag do in a few months. Sam and Tom had lived together for years. I told Tom that I could no longer come to the stag as hanging out with Sam was too painful. Tom then swiftly disinvited Sam from the stag. I advised caution in doing this. About a month later, I tried to negotiate with my ex how we'd share the space at the party. The conversation didn't go well. She felt I acted immaturely and blamed me for Sam getting disinvited to the stag do. The stag hasn't happened yet. I may go back to this and force Tom to reinvite Sam instead of me. I'm not gonna lie. How are you gonna tell me we're friends and you're over here sleeping with my then girlfriend, now ex? That is so crazy to do. And the fact that you're talking about some reinvite Sam instead of me. Bro, go to the fucking party. Fuck Sam. I ain't gonna lie, this one got me a little heated. Story 5. Am I the asshole for being upset with my husband after reading cheating chats with his cousin? Hi, me, 24F, got married to my partner, 28M, in December 2025. We have known each other since September 2019 and have been in a relationship since then. We had been in a long distance relationship, like I lived in Islamabad, Pakistan. He lived in Karachi, Pakistan. So, separate cities. In December 2021, we got engaged in the presence of all of our family and friends. It was a big event, Desis. Well, everything was not smooth after the engagement. His family had issues with me and my family, and my mother in law caused unnecessary drama, which led to my parents and me being hurt. She would be rude to my mother and even misbehaved with my father. My then fiance took a stand every time that happened, and I was happy that I found the perfect partner who loves and supports me. Cut to 2025. We got married. He had some financial issues, and I helped him in every way possible, splitting everything like our outings, groceries, etc. He gained my full trust over the years, and I love him with every fiber in my being. I have all his passwords, phone access, and even his fingerprint access to his phone, but I never spied. Last night, I was scrolling through Instagram and got bored with my FYP, so I just thought I'll scroll on the reels on my husband's Insta. When I did, I thought of messing around a bit and look at the message requests he got so I could tease him later about it. As I went in the chats, I saw messages with his female cousin. Those chats were of July 2021 till the start of December 2021. As I scrolled the messages, I saw that he had a full on affair with the said cousin, sending messages like I love you, I miss you, I want to see you, romantic stickers and emojis, and she replied back. He even told her to tell her parents about them so they could get married. Mind you, this was happening when we were going strong and there was no issues in our relationship. This affair lasted in the time period I mentioned. Then, he has never contacted her again. It's like my heart has been pounced upon, chewed up, and spit on. I've been crying ever since. He said that he's sorry and says he'll never do it again, and it was 4 years ago. He's been loyal since. But this hurt just doesn't leave my heart and mind. I feel really anxious, like how will everything be back to normal after this? I still have fear that when I go visit my parents, what if he talks to someone else? Or when he gets to work on his site, what if he talks to someone else there? What if I never find out again? Please help me with how to cope with this. It's eating me alive. So, am I an asshole for reacting this way or being hurt? To be honest, even though it's 4 years ago, this is still just as bad because you're just finding about it now. When whole time you're over here thinking that you guys have a good relationship, you guys are going strong, and then boom, turns out whole time bro was cheating. I would consider that cheating. Was cheating on you with his cousin, own blood. I'm not gonna lie, that is some nasty, nasty stuff right there that I just read. Okay, for the last story, the title goes as this: Am I the asshole for telling my best friend I dated her ex while they were still together? I have a close friend who used to date this guy for about a year. The relationship ended a few months ago, and it wasn't exactly a clean breakup. There were trust issues involved, but she never knew the full story. Here's where might be the problem. While they were still together, her boyfriend and I had a brief thing going on behind her back. It wasn't a full relationship, but we talked, flirted, and met up a couple times. I knew it was wrong and regret it now, but at the time I justified it by telling myself the relationship was already rocky. After they broke up, I felt guilty every time she talked about him or the breakup, especially because she kept wondering if he had cheated. Recently, I finally told her the truth, that I had been involved with him while they were still together. She reacted really badly, which I understand. She said I betrayed her and that I should have told her sooner instead of letting her trust me all this time. Now she doesn't want to talk to me, and some of our mutual friends are saying I only told her to make myself feel better, not for her sake. I genuinely thought coming clean was the right thing to do, even if it hurt her, but now I'm questioning whether or not I should have just kept it to myself. But since I told her about it, she's been avoiding me. So am I the asshole? I genuinely despise people who date their friend's partner. So like the last story, it was an ex, but the fact that they were still dating and you were sitting here secretly cheating with them, you were both of y'all were cheating on your friend. So this is low key despicable, and you are the worst. So yes, you're the asshole and you're weird as fuck. So we made it back home, and this is the loot. Boom. 22 diamonds from the trial chambers, just regular, but we also got almost 2 stacks of deep slate, and we got a whole bunch of loot, even a mace, which I was really surprised we even were able to get the I forget the name of it, but we got it. So now let's mine this in a quick time lapse, and comment down below what you guys think is gonna be our diamond counter. Wow, guys! So after mining everything, we're actually like loaded. That one little trip was a little bit over an hour while I read the stories to you guys, and this is the loot that's inside. Talk about a whole loot haul. Oh my god. Like maybe I could have done a little bit more iron and stuff, but and gold. But oh my god, look at those diamonds. Holy 4 stacks. 30 diamond blocks. Oh my god. You know, It's not the best, but it's something. Go ahead and put them in our valuables box. Oh my, look at that. Wow. Now we're looking juiced. Okay guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I had a ton of fun filming this video. Just going mining, reading the stories to you guys, made me want to fall asleep too. So, once again, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.